virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of New Jersey, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and I request that you deliver our commencement address.
For those of you who want to be here, thank you. And for those of you who didn't, that's fine too. Because that's what this state is all about. And that is what the degree you are about to receive is all about too. It's about learning to think independently and express yourself willingly. It's about getting involved and making a difference. It's about standing up for what you believe in, because you are now a part of a very privileged class, not only here but around the world. A privileged class that is able, through your education, to have the opportunity to change the world. So for those who want to change it the way I want to, I welcome you. And for those of you who don't, I welcome you too. Yeah, that's good. So to President Gaffney and the members of the Board of Trustees, to the member of the Academic Administration, and the family, friends, and honored guests and the graduates that are here today. You know, a lot of life goes along a well-defined path. There's a clear beginning, a clear middle, and a clear end. And then you get the reward you were after. College is a lot like that. But there's another part at the end of the path that nobody talks about that much. When you get to your goal, especially when it's a big, important goal, like the one you've achieved today, when you get to the finish, you have a sense of relief, a sense of freedom. You're out from under a set of rules, and now you get to make your own. Most of you probably feel that way right now. But feeling like you're free and really being free are very different things. What I want to talk to you about is just that. About making sure you have taken the blinders off and know what it means to really be free. Education is the key to the kind of freedom that I'm talking about. Because your education did more than inform you about a particular topic. And it did more than teach you how to think. Without it ever being stated explicitly, your education established a personal inventory of what's important to you. There wasn't a great deal of planning. It was just the result of what you saw in front of you, day after day. It's part of the human experience. It becomes your impression of the world, and it's already settling into your mental DNA. So I say to you today, be careful. Because the possibilities that you can see right now are only a few degrees in the great arc of your future. If you imagine that your outlook in this moment is the pinnacle, that this is as big as the menu of your life can get, then unfortunately the blinders are already on. Your education may in fact be the platform for everything you do. But then again, it might not. Graduating from college is a significant accomplishment, but it is just one accomplishment in one direction, often in just one discipline. That can be the basis for everything else you do. Or it can be one step in one direction in a life filled with different achievements in all kinds of realms. And if you're open to that possibility, then you know what it means to truly be free. Because to be free is to know that at any time in your life you can choose any direction and any new goal. or you can simply appreciate the beauty of the world and the smooth lines of a life well lived. This first step does not have to determine any of those that come after. I hope that as your life unfolds, you will be open to whatever might come along for you. But whatever you choose, I hope you become more and more aware that there is more than what is just outside your own window. Maybe you studied to be an accountant or an economist. None of those are easy. Congratulations. And you should celebrate that today. But don't let it define who you might want to be tomorrow. One of the greatest guitar players in the world, a man in Nashville, Tennessee named John Knowles, walked through the line of a few commencements just like this one until he got all the way to his PhD. But his PhD was not in music, it was in physics. Dr. Knowles performed in the field of physics for about a decade. It was the 1960s, and he was designing the first calculators. But he had other things in his life that he enjoyed. So he quit his job as a senior engineer so he could pursue something else. He figured out that he loved something else more than he loves physics, and that was playing the guitar. And how he made that transition was simple. He didn't let the choices he made at one point in his life control the choices that would follow. He furnished his mind with more than an unshakable commitment to a single goal or a single perspective. He made himself remember that there are other things in the world beside the interest in the field of study that was right in front of him. And he kept himself open to the possibility that someday one of those things might become more important to him than the choice of education that he made as a very young man. That was one life, and then he chose another.